Hey Internet! My name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. We are back with this amazing view out of the cupola module of the asteroid station over to Kerbin. And yes, speaking about the asteroid station, the construction process of it is almost finished. There are only a few things I like to improve. On the one hand, the asteroid station currently has no lights, and as soon as we are in the shadow of the moon, we are in complete darkness. So in this case, I like to deliver, or I like to install another set of these solar arrays, but this time I like to add a few lights to the skirter in order to illuminate my asteroid station. Moreover, I'm currently thinking about adding some kind of docking hub, because currently the asteroid station features only 2 docking ports for incoming ships, and it might be useful to have more docking ports available, but I'm not quite sure about this project. I think the most important thing right now is to add a few lights to the asteroid station. Then, speaking about the asteroid station, the thing is still called, I'm not quite sure, something like Science Station Ship also? Yeah, Science Station Ship. And I like now to give it its proper name, so Asteroid Station, and it's a station. So yeah, let me switch this. Okay, now it should be, yeah indeed, it's a station and it's called Asteroid Station. Very nice, very nice. Okay, currently Sidrim is sitting inside the cupola module and is enjoying the view. And speaking about Sidrim, I like to show you something at the Kerbal Space Center. So let us switch back to it and come on. Okay, here we are. I like to show you something in the astronaut complex, because I spent several hours rewatching all the career mode episodes of my Let's Play series, and I inserted all the missions into the save game, and now Lambro has reached the 3rd level, and well, what has he done? He orbited around Kerbin, he orbited around the Sun, and he landed on Ilu. Johnsky planted even a flag on Ilu, and he has reached the 4th level. Tom Kerman only orbited around the moon. Robo Kerman planted a flag on Moho. Enfrod Kerman planted a flag on Dress, and he even landed on Moon. Newfrod planted a flag on the moon. Okay, and then we have Jetmai had only a flight at Kerbin, and he's still in space. Sidhead is still in space. Durdo orbited around Kerbin, orbited around Moon, orbited around Sun, orbited around Dunar, orbited around Ike, orbited around Jewel. Then he planted a flag on Borb, and then he orbited around Lace. Okay, very interesting. Handler, he landed on the Moon, and he planted a flag on Lace. Shondes is still on the surface of the Moon inside the asteroid inside the Moon base. L. Kerman is as well. Yeah, Earl Kerman is in the moon base as well. Zebby has planted a flag on Eve, has planted a flag on Gilly, has planted a flag on Moon, and is only at on the 4th level. So this is a little bit strange. He has planted 3 flags and has only reached 4 levels. Sidram Kerman has planted a flag on Ninmis, on Dunar, and on Tylo. He has reached the 5th level. Baring Kerman has planted a flag on the moon, on Ike, and on Pole, and he has reached the 5th level as well. And Optop Kerman has planted a flag on Wall and is also at the 4th level. So yeah, this is pretty amazing. Now all my Kerbonauts have their proper experience and their proper level. This is really amazing. And yeah, the only bad thing is that I'm still not able to change their traits. So I can't change Sidram from a scientist to a pilot or anything like this. And in order to allow them to continue their missions, I think I just have to install or add a probe core to their ships, so that we can use the probe core to have some SAS available for their missions. And in this case, I have already prepared the next mission. I have improved a little bit the transportation system for our asteroid building, or for our asteroid station building process. And it's now the Asteroid Transportation System Mark II, and of course these orange guys will remain at home, and I think it's now time for Lambro. Yeah, Lambro is now able to return back to space, so let me launch the mission. It's exactly the same layout of the transportation system, but right now the main difference is that I have added a probe core to it, the how it's called, the remote guidance unit. Okay, and with the remote guidance unit, I'm now able to add or to enable SAS because Lambro is, I think he's only an engineer, and so he is able to repack parachutes and to repair things, but he is not able to enable SAS. And in this case here, I have added the remote guidance unit in order to have SAS available. And okay, we have now an early evening launch because we just had sunset over here at Kerbal Space Center, while the only bad thing is the science station is currently over there. So, but yeah, I think I like to perform the launch right now. And I will just insert myself into a higher orbit, and maybe we are able to reach altitudes where we can even see the sun. This would be really amazing. Okay, I have to adjust a little bit the throttle. SAS is running. Yeah, so we are ready to go in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Here we go. Here we go. Lambro is launching with the newest version of the transportation system, and I've even improved the action groups for it because the first version of the transportation system had all the time the issue during the aero braking maneuvers that I needed to retract the solar arrays manually, and right now I have assigned an action group for the antenna, and I have created a second action group for the solar arrays. So now I should be able to retract the antenna and the solar arrays with action groups, and I don't need to do it anymore with the manual input. I think this is pretty amazing, and this is really a great improvement. And yeah, okay, as we are now climbing to higher altitudes, we can see that the horizon gets brighter and brighter. And wow, this is really amazing. This is so amazing. I like this a lot. This is so beautiful. And okay, I think we are shortly before. Yeah, now the solid rocket boosters are out of fuel. I can now. Whoa. They bounced off. I can now jettison them, and I now need to throttle up a little bit more in order to reach the 200 meters per second mark at the 10-kilometer mark. Okay, now I can throttle down a bit. This is looking amazing, and the horizon is looking amazing as well. This is so beautiful. Okay, now it's time for the gravity turn. Okay. And we can now even jettison the launch escape system. Goodbye. Okay, very nice. And are we able to see the sun? I think we should be able to see the sun very soon. Wow, this is really beautiful. This is amazing. This is so great. And I think we should be able to see the sun very soon. Okay, so yeah, at first I now like to insert. Yeah, there's the sun, there's the disk of the sun. This is amazing, this is amazing. Okay, we have now reached a high altitude where we can see the sun. This is great. Okay, and now I like to insert the new transportation system in a higher orbit than the asteroid or than the science station, because we have to wait that the science station is catching up with us, and then we can rendezvous with it. And I think this is not so much of a problem because now I have to launch the second set of the solar arrays with the lights, and they have to arrive at the science station as well. And so I have enough time to wait that the science station is catching up with us. And down there we can see the runway, and we can see Kerbal Space Center as we are flying away from it. And down there is the second runway. This is so beautiful, this is so amazing. And we are flying into the night. Okay, now we need to separate from our central core. We can jettison our fairing. Very nice. Okay, now I can throttle up. And what am I doing? I'm now at 125 kilometers. I like to raise it maybe to 175 or so. I can already aim at the 10-degree mark. This is good. 160, 170, 176. This is good enough. Okay, this is really amazing. Now I like to set up a maneuver node as a marker. And okay, soon we will have sunset again because we are now starting to orbit around Kerbal, or well, currently we are on a suborbital trajectory, and yeah, now we have sunset again. And still, it's a very beautiful horizon. I like this Kerbal Space Program is so many times and so often so beautiful. This is so amazing. Okay, 4.5 minutes to go. Time to perform a quick time warp to get closer to the moment that we can. Okay, now I can get rid of the maneuver node. And it's now time to insert ourselves into an orbit. Okay. Looking good, looking really good. And soon we should be able to see, yeah, there's a periapsis, this is amazing, there's a periapsis. And now I'd like to circularize my orbit and cut the engine. So 177 by 175, this is amazing. Okay, do we have an inclination? Set as target. Wow, we are off by 2.2 degrees. This is quite a large inclination. I like to fix this over here at the ascending node. Okay, let's fix the inclination. 0.5. 0.0. Very good, very good. Coming up in 40 minutes. And now I can use one key to extend the antenna and a second key to extend the solar arrays. This is amazing. This is so great. This is now working just amazing, just flawlessly. This is so great. Okay, and there's the moon. This is also cool. Okay, Lembro is smiling. Lembro is smiling that he's back in space now. This is cool. Okay, 6 minutes, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And now I can aim at the maneuver node. Very good. Okay, time to perform the maneuver. And stop the engine. Very good, very good. Okay, we have killed the inclination. No inclination at all. And how long will it take until the science station has... Okay, in one orbit we are still ahead of it. If we add one orbit, okay, more than one orbit or more than 1 hour and 50 minutes until we can perform the next maneuver in order to rendezvous with the science station. But yeah, this is already quite promising. This is amazing. We now need to wait a little bit that the science station is approaching Kerbal Space Center once again, so that we can launch our light system and the solar arrays. And in the meantime, I like to do something else, because I already said that with the beta version of Kerbal Space Program, we now have more biomes. All the different celestial bodies now feature biomes, and we can check out one specific biome, I guess. It's a little bit sad. The probe is currently in the darkness. Okay, maybe we should wait a little bit, because our research probe Moho is landed on Eve, and it has some scientific instruments, so we can do some measurements in a completely new biome. But I like to wait with this until we are back in the sunlight. So in this case, I think I think the next launch will be the launch of the illumination system. And let me now prepare this. I have already prepared this. It's a Solar 2. Let me launch it. And come on. Okay, here we are. Here we are. It's hidden once again under the fairing. This is very nice. I like this design of the rocket, and I now like to set the science station as a target. We just need to wait a little bit that the science station is getting closer, and unfortunately we will have a nighttime launch, but on the other hand, we might be able to arrive at the science station once we are in after orbital sunrise, and this would be really amazing. Okay, I think this is now the perfect spot. I can enable SAS, I can adjust a little bit the throttle. Okay, and we can perform the next launch in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Here we go, here we go. I can even switch on, I'm now switching on the lights of my rocket. I've already switched on the lights of my asteroid station, or the new illumination system, and now you can see that it's somehow bright inside the fairing. This is quite interesting, this is quite interesting. But I like to keep it in order to make the nighttime launch a little bit more spectacular. And okay, this thing is now aiming for the science station so that we can dock it to the science station and wait there for the improved version of the transportation system in order to deliver the whole thing out to the asteroid station and then to install it over there. And then I have to think about Sidrum. Sidrum is still sitting inside the asteroid station. I'm not quite sure if he will remain out there for quite a while or if he will return back home to Kerbin. I have to think a little bit about this. Okay, we have now booster separation. I can now throttle up, and it's now once again a usual ascent phase up into space. So I will now do a quick time lapse in order to speed things up, and I will bring you back in once we are close to the apoapsis. Okay, we are back at the apoapsis, and here the solar arrays and illumination system is now in space, and we are now inserting ourselves into an orbit. This is pretty cool, but well, the main problem is that we are a little bit too far away from the science station. I will show you this in just a few seconds after we finish the burn, and cut the engine. Very good. Okay, as you can see, we are all the time, over there we are ahead of the science station, and well, also over there we are still ahead of the science station. So in this case we need to insert ourselves into a little bit a higher orbit, and okay, there it's getting closer. This is very good. Unfortunately, then we will have our rendezvous in the nighttime, and 70 kilometers away, because, well, we do have an inclination of 1 degree. I have to fix this. Okay, this is at the ascending node. Okay, 0.9, 0.7, 0.6, 0.3, 0.0. Very good. And okay, then the asteroid station has already overtaken us, so can we fix this a little bit? Here, it's just tiny... No, this was the the wrong thing. Just a tiny improvement, a tiny change. Okay, separation 9 kilometers. It's not that easy. Separation 9.1. 12. 7.7. Okay, at first I think I will just perform the inclination change and then I will make sure that I will arrive spot on. Okay, now I can extend the solar arrays and I can extend the antennas. Very nice, very nice. Okay, yeah, I think the next thing is now to perform the inclination change, and then I like to check if we now have daylight on Eve. This would be really amazing. Okay, but at first I have to perform this maneuver. Okay, very good, very good. And cut the engine. Very nice, very nice. Okay, what have we done? No ascending node, 8.8 kilometers away. How can we fix this? Can we fix this maybe on the opposite side? So maybe over here. No, this was... Okay, this looks much better if I... 6.9, 6.7, 6.2, 6.1. Okay, around 6 kilometers. Why is this so strange? Can't I get this a little bit closer? 5.7 is much better. Okay, well, 6.3. I can adjust this a little bit later. Okay, the maneuver is coming up in 8 minutes. I think we will do this. Before, I like to check if we now have daylight on Eve. Okay, 3 minutes. 2, 1. Okay, getting closer. I now have to aim at the maneuver node. It's a very short burn. And cut the engine. Very good. Okay, 6 kilometers. Very nice, very nice. And so we might be even able to have our rendezvous and docking in the daylight. This is amazing. This is great. Okay, 2 spacecrafts are now being launched and now orbiting around Kerbal. But what is going on with the probe on the surface of Eve? Research probe Moho. Okay, still night times. This is unfortunate. But yeah, before I will end this episode, I like to show you something else, because I'm currently developing my new airplane, currently called Superjet, and well, I'm trying to build something with the new Mark III spaceplane parts, and well, the thing is not quite finished yet. I have no idea what is going on with the textures of this cargo bay, but well, currently the main problems are a little bit the distribution of the weight and the lift, and also it's a little bit problematic with I've tried this time to have only the pitch with the on the back, and over here I will just use the roll. But yeah, I have also a little bit issues with flaring up the nose. So yeah, a little bit improvements are needed, but I'm quite confident that hopefully soon I will be able to perform the maiden flight of my new airplane, and I'm really looking forward to this. But this will happen in a future episode, so in this case I like to thank you for watching. I hope you like this, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode when we will rendezvous with the science station, when we might be able to perform the maiden flight of this airplane. In this case, until next time, my name is Abby. See you!